What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Back at the Tampa Bay season franchise here. Gonna try to knock out a couple more games. So far, we're 3-0. Alright, so we're just playing with the standard roster. Nothing, no trades or anything big done with that. So here we are. We're gonna play the San Diego Chargers. Actually, I don't know. They're not San Diego anymore, are they? At the LA or something? Yeah, Los Angeles Chargers. That's right.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake-bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, we got it.
Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Got a broken rib.
And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So the run game is significantly
now with a first
less
and 10
now with
at
Fournette
the
and
25-yard line.
I don't know why, but it just seems like they're slower or something.
And right away, he lost
Oh, there it is. David got it. Yeah.
They'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And he's taken out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Chargers.
On second down, here's Fournette. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. When you think about Tom Brady and these Chargers, for a long time this offseason, the thought was that L.A. might be a leading contender to land his services, what with the new stadium opening and all. But in the end, the Chargers got their quarterback of the future, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. LeSean McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up. He loses the football a second time.
Oh, he coughed it up again. Oh, David's the number 2.
End zone at the 15.
After those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
And 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
It makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have you ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On second down, Eckler. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That could have been 3 for David.
Defensively, he had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down.
So Madden finally announced that they're going to update the zone coverage.
Henry entered the league. People were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space, but the biggest obstacle he's had.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Because of plays like that.
And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. Well, we saw plenty of this in Oregon last year. Justin Herbert not afraid to show off the big arm.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, they're a little more
big stop.
He's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what? Right? It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. Their own 27.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk about offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
(21-3) is your score after 1.
Buccaneers 21, Chargers 3.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking outside, and he's got him in. It's McCoy. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal. There's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed 1 of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Chargers first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's got Evans. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
So they made L.A. really crappy on this game.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Got it on Madden.
Decision to bring it out ends up not being a
First
good one.
3
Cost him
games
about
barely
5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. L.A. readies for its next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So we've reached. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Oh, you know that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They're not only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 37. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He was brought down by Michael Davis. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 20,
now they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This Tampa Bay front was the toughest group to run the football against last year, and you can see why with plays like that. This is a good unit that got into the backfield and stopped that play before it could get started.
Once more, here's Eckler. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Eckler. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodon jabs up front and say, guys, keep pounding it. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Of course.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I've got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down 28-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll move the chains. And they'll keep on the ground with McCord. Down to the 25. Joey Bosa in on the stop. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we?
Jesus, now David's out for 7 friggin' weeks. Oh, crap. Looks like Gronk wants to negotiate. What's he want? He wants 3 years, 25 mil. Cool. Sue, I don't know if I really want to keep Sue though. He's getting up there in age. He's 33. He's only an 85. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit on him. Oh, Ronald Jones is back. That's good. So we got 4 teams undefeated still. You got the 49ers, Titans, Seahawks, and the Bucks. Looks like we're going to Soldier Field to play the Chicago Bears.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll have a
look at that.
Past the 40.
First play of the game. See ya.
Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses. and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Pinion to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, here comes the Bears offense led out by their new man in charge here in 2020. Of course, a former Super Bowl MVP in Nick Foles.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going and see how things settle in.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Foles. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Patterson on the carry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
A 7-yard loss.
CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Switch out, switch out.
Foles. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Devin White.
Got that pressure, pop that ball
up. The return
up.
stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Are you serious? They called it back.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Down. A 10-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Buccaneers.
Throwing on first down is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers for Evans a week ago, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Tampa Bay.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up 12 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventionals then.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, I mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Taken in the end zone.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Here's Foles. And able to find Graham. Good play. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Bucs' 38-yard line.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him? Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And it is now 21-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper. into the end zone for the touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a good shot down the field. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that.
Here in the second quarter. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to
already got 200 yards rushing in the first half.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. Into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Nick Foles, ready for the next drive, leads out the Bears.
In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
For this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And that's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, it's Patterson, and this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Those guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. For the right side here, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, good job, fellas, good job.
So we've come to halftime after. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taken in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over first.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He does a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles, and he finds his tight end, Graham. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to put a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
On 1st down, Patterson. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll go with a fresh set of downs.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run with Patterson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Foles on target to Robinson for the Chicago 1st.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
on second down. It's Patterson.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
and 2.
Incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Every coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough
300
going
yards
as he'll
rushing.
get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed
Sue and Fournette. Nah, I'm not going to bring that back. Probably. I was gonna say there's no way Jones didn't get freaking Player of the Week. Oh, two teams left undefeated: the Titans and the Bucs. All right, well, that's 2 more weeks down the books. Still undefeated. Routed the Chargers, routed the Bears. Let's see, next we got Green Bay. That should be a good game. They are 2-2 in the game, but in real life, they're pretty damn decent. So, all right, I guess we'll end this one here, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, watching. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that follow button, and we'll see you next time.